issue, because I'll, ask individuals, okay, how many of you in here need a new cell phone? And, you'll have a few hands go up. And usually I said, so why do you feel you need a new cell phone? Why do you need it? And they'll say, well, mine doesn't do this, or it doesn't have this feature, or whatever. I said, but can you talk on it? Can you, if I called you right now with the phone ring, will we be able to carry on a conversation on the phone? Well, then why do you need a new cell phone? So the concept of want and need is just entirely different with young folks. So share with them where the difference is. Get them to buy into the concept that there's a huge difference. And I'm not saying that they can't have a new cell phone. I'm just saying to understand what that entails, especially when they're not paying the bill. That's a whole other thing in itself. So, what is a budget and why do I need one? Anybody tell me why they think that a budget's a good idea?
That you don't understand and just go crazy like I do sometimes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you won't spend more than what you made.
And, it's just a way of, it also makes me feel better because then I'm not stressed about what I should be doing and why did I do this. I travel a lot, and my budget really helps me keep me intact because there's a lot of things that interfere with my budget as I'm traveling. So it really helps me to just stay on track and to pull myself back when I'm starting to go a little crazy. And we all have things that are budget testers, and we just need to know what those are. We need to understand why we do the things we do, and I'm not telling you to stop doing the things you do. I'm just saying understand why you do it, because here's the thing. They said it takes 21 days to change a habit, or whatever. Understand what you do that's negatively affecting your financial goals. Understand what that is. Understand what you can do to change that, and then go about making that happen. For many of us in this room, it's going to be entirely different. But understand, find out what that is. Take a few minutes to work on yourself, because it's really important that you find out where you are. Developing a budget. Let's go to page 3. These are all bullet points of things that are important to developing a budget if you've never had one, and to get you back on track if you haven't been exactly where you should be. And one of the things I like to bring up is determining the monthly income, because, and let me back up just one step here. When you're developing this budget or when you're working on your budget, you have got to be real clear with yourself about what your income and expenses are, because that is one of the biggest budget busters, is when we put down that, well, something I'm buying really should only cost $10, and it turns out that it actually costs $20. And then we just keep it in our mind that we're only spending $10. No, you're not. Let's be real about what you're really spending. Also, be real about what you really bring into the house. Because that, $30,000, $50,000 a year pay that you got, that's not what's coming in the door. So understand what really is that income. Understand what your expenses are, and be real about it. Don't play. This is not a playtime. This is for real. This is grown-up stuff. So understand your variable and your expenses that are variable, your expenses that are fixed. Does somebody know the difference? Or is there anyone who does not know the difference between the two? And we're just talking here, so if you don't know, let's talk about it.
I think I know, so just go ahead and say it, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your fixed expenses are those things each month that are not going to change. So pretty much that's your car note, that's your mortgage, your rent. Those things are going to stay pretty consistent throughout the life of a loan. The variable things are the ones that get us in trouble. And that's usually things like the energy bill. groceries, those kind of things can change and they fluctuate up and down. And I shared with the other group, one of the things that really messes with me all the time is gasoline prices. As I said, I travel a lot, and gasoline prices go up and down on a regular basis. I budget for that, but, and I always try to budget a little bit ahead. I'm doing pretty good on that because I got in a pretty good sort of groove there, but sometimes those things really mess with me. So I have to, really be careful about those things. To share with you, last week I was in D.C. for a conference. A regular gallon of gasoline was $4.37 a gallon. Hello. $4.37 a gallon. And they do have the subway or whatever that is, which is great. That's $9 a day basically. But $4.37 a gallon, I can't even drive in there. I'd have to be some type of public transportation too. But so you go through these steps and you work on developing or improving your budget. And then one question I'd like to ask you. If you're doing the budget, what is your first line item on your budget? What's the first thing that is there that is something that you need to take care of right away?
Your rent, water, heat. My
tithes.
Rent. My tithes first, always first. And then my rent.
But you talking about on the budget sheet, the line that's at the top, it says income?
Well, no, but when I should say your first expense line item.
Expense line. Oh, okay.
Tithes.
Pay yourself.
The tithes and paying yourself are pretty much the same as far as I'm concerned. Those are they're ways to take care of yourself. And so whether you list them separately or together, whatever, that's my consideration of your first